Hey guys, Zach here, and welcome back to another action figure review, and today we'll be taking a look at the NECA GMK Godzilla. Now, this version of Godzilla comes from the 2001 film GMK, which is just a shorter name for Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters All Out Attack, which is a very long name, if I'm going to be honest. For a movie, that's a really long name, but yeah. If you haven't seen GMK yet, definitely go watch it. It's definitely one of my favorite Godzilla films. It's not my all-time favorite Godzilla film, but it's definitely up there. And I think the film is really good, but yeah. Anyway, that's it for that. Let's just get into the review, and, well, yeah. First, we'll take a look at the paint on this figure. The paint on this figure is... it's good. It's different, but good. First, we'll take a look at the head. And the eyes are painted white, just white, which is a nice touch, accurate to the movie. If you open up the mouth, all the tongue, and the roof of the mouth, then yeah, the rest of that is basically a gummy color, with kind of like pinkish, whitish teeth. Most of the body is like this greenish, grayish color, but taking a look at the finger claws, they are kind of like a bluish grayish color with bits of pink in them, which look nice, as well as the toe claws here. The dorsal plates are painted white with really nice bits of gray at the base that actually you can barely tell it's there, but it still looks nice nonetheless. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the paint on this figure. It's different. I'll be honest, it's different, but it's still very nice on this figure, so the paint gets a pass. Now we'll take a look at the articulation, and the articulation on this figure is... it's pretty good. So the head is on a ball joint, the mouth can close and open, ball joint here, ball joint I believe, hinge so you can bend at the elbow, you can swivel that. The hand is on a ball joint, and he can make a fist, kind of. Or, yeah. The waist is on a ball joint. The hips are on ball joints, and there is a bend at the knee here, but it's very tight, so, yeah. The feet are on ball joints. There's a ball joint here at the tail, but it's very tight and it can't really move, so... well, it can swivel, but... yeah, it can't move the way you want it to. But anyway, ball joint here, and that's very loose. Ball joint here, and ball joint here. And bendy wire here in the tail. And that's pretty much it for the articulation on this figure. It's alright. There are points on this figure where I wish they do a better job, because this is way too tight to do anything with, and I think the tail looks weird just because of the articulation. Like, I don't know why that looks weird, or why it looks like that, but yeah, it does. So, yeah. Also, the ball joint here is very loose, so it doesn't really hold up a post that well. I would have liked it to be more like this, but instead he's just hunched over, so yeah. Also, he can't really look up well, so yeah, that's another problem, but yeah, other than that, the articulation on this figure is still pretty good, so the articulation gets a pass. Now we'll take a look at the sculpt on this figure, and the sculpt on this figure is... it's okay. There are points where it looks good, but then there are other points where, yeah, they could have done a much better job. Like in the tail here, for some reason there are like weird gaps. I mean, I know why that's there, but it still looks very weird. And if you have the tail straight, then that does not look natural whatsoever. This figure is hunched over, and I would have liked it if this figure was more upright. The neck is kind of weird looking, and the head, it doesn't look bad, it just looks different. Like, with in the front, with the mouth closed, it looks pretty good, and with the mouth opened, for some reason it was really tight, but yeah, that looks good, but from the side, yeah, that's ew. But other than that, the sculpt on this figure is still alright for the most part. It's very different to how he looked in GMK, but it still looks nice nonetheless. So the sculpt on this figure gets a pass. Now we'll take a look at the detailing, and the detailing on this figure is actually really good. So first we'll take a look at the head, and the detailing on the face right there is very nice. All the scales and all of the folds in the skin right here look very nice. Going to the neck here, we have more bits of detailing. Going to the body, we have more very nice looking scales. And going to the arm, we have more creases and folds and scales. This looks a little weird, but yeah, for the most part it looks nice, and so do the hands. Going into the hips here, the detailing here is very nice. And going down, more bits of detailing that look very nice. The feet are really well detailed. I actually really like how the feet looked on this, or how the feet look on this figure. I'm sorry. Going to the tail, we have more nice looking scaling going on here. And yeah, underneath the neck right here, we have more creases and folds, which look nice. The chest and the stomach are all scaly, which looks very good actually. I really like how that looks. And underneath the tail, we have more creases and folds, which are well defined. And for the dorsal plates, they're detailed okay, but for some reason they have this bit of roughness going on. I mean, I get why that's there, but to me it just looks like that's the paint's fault, but yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the detailing on this figure. Very nice. I really like the detailing on this figure, so the detailing definitely gets a pass. Should you get this figure, if you don't have much money and you really want a GMK Godzilla figure, then definitely go for this one, but if you have a lot of money, then I would say go for the SH Monster Arts GMK Godzilla, because that figure is, to me, it's amazing, but yeah. Anyway, this figure costs about, I'd say $25, I think, so yeah, if you have the money, definitely go for it. And if you want to know how big this figure is, here he is next to Dr. Billy Grant. Alright, now that is it for today. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Peace, Zach out.